it looks like it works.
Mm-hmm.
There's pretty much nothing showing. And then, yeah, I just wanted to see that I have it in. I guess I had to put it to path.
Yeah, so maybe the first thing I would do is like if you open up your zsh.rc, like, or did you already add it there?
Yeah, I think so, but I can go back. So like change to the home. Is it in the
.zshrc, yeah. And then at the bottom of this file, I'm guessing somewhere.
Right, yeah, this is where I put it.
Ah, okay, yeah.
This is kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, so for mine, like similar to what you have for Dino there, the Dino install, I just put I made a .zig folder and added that to my
well, in any case, so okay, we're coding the ray tracing in one weekend, and we are using Zig for some reason, for a reason that we want to learn it. And so how do we download Zig? We go to download, and then I guess I was a little bit also confused about how this works. And, you know, I guess you're also used from NPM and from brew, just you install software and then you update it.
Yeah.
But here, as far as I understand, it's just you download a new binary and override it yourself.
Right.
It's like a, I guess, mindset, different mindset. So
yeah, it's a question of, is it a lack of time and they like
yeah,
or is it more of a philosophy of like, don't be scared of moving, like downloading the binaries and putting them somewhere in your path.
Right. And I think there is actually also like a ZVM.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about the kind of how common it is for people to actually use it. So we'll just.
And you also, the chicken and the egg, like you have to also have you have to install something, either ZVM or Zig. So
yeah,
you can just start with Zig. And then.
Well, so then we'll have this. And
right.
If we look at README, for something nicer than just a preview.
Oh, it's in that crazy folder. It's like,
I think I just have it twice.
Mac OS, yeah.
Okay, so what it says here, how do you download, how do you install it? You just have that executable, which is this thing, and then you have the lib directory. And there's this sentence about this executable searches up the file system relative to itself. So it sort of needs to be kind of somewhere on a path higher, like above you, above the executable. But anyway.
Right, so I think if you just made a directory in that bin folder called Zig, we could just move this folder there.
I think I would anyway also do, yeah. So I have a bin, it's in my home, and then now it's empty. And honestly, I don't even know if like usually I see in Linux systems that the binaries are just like one next to another, and then you have these include folders.
Yeah.
So I think this is totally fine also.
Yeah.
So let's see then. We are back here and we're gonna copy recursive. Let's just copy the Zig first to bin. That's it.
And then we need
to it here. Then same thing with the recursive. Is it just R?
Yeah.
R big?
I think it's ours. Yep.
So let's select to bin.
I think that's just one.
Takes a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Now we have it. Okay.
Okay, so now you should be able to just type in Zig.
Interesting. Okay. Kill Zig.
Oh, can I be able to example? Cannot. Oh, okay. Let's think. I think if you click, so this won't work because, yeah.
It's just not running it.
Yeah, so if you right or option click on Zig in the file command thing over here, and I think we actually want to do it inside bin.
Yeah.
Because this is, we want to, go to bin. Then I think it's option click and now click open. I think this will ask like, are you sure you, and then you hit open.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
and so now I think if you, in your other terminal, were to type in Zig, it should be fine because you've given Apple permission now.
yeah, okay, interesting. But is this something they edit now? Because I don't really remember doing it.
I wonder if it's because you copied rather than moved.
Oh.
Like, I don't know if there's anything around like the, if yeah, touching the file or something like that removes some things. But cool. Yeah, we have Zig now.
Nice. Okay, so in that case, well, I guess I made a repo. Can you see it? It's a little bit big, small on the screen. But it's like the HDVCC on my personal.
Yeah.
Just so that I don't have to open, Slack to open.
Cool. Yeah, I cloned it. So. I can also get Zig.
You can also start sharing your screen now if you're doing the same thing, maybe slightly different.
Yeah, okay. Cool. So yeah, I just downloaded Zig. I guess I did it earlier too. So I have both of these. Yeah, in my zsh.rc, I am going to export path, path, and rather than a bin, I'm just going to do .zig. And then in my directory, I now have a ls.zig. I can move downloads. I'm just going to move this whole thing into .zig. Now if I run Zig, oops, maybe I have to source.
Right, because I had the bin already.
Okay.
Is there maybe some enclosing folder?
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Oh no, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. And then we can just do, it's funny, I think I did this earlier too. Move dot, let's see.
That looks, yeah.
So I think I'm running into the same issue. So,
oh, just open this folder. That's useful.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Nice.
There was some error at the end. Expected command. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right. Makes sense.
It's just yeah, Zig telling me something. So I also have HDVCC. Okay.
Right. Okay. So like, I guess I can see the repo being for all the things that we might do. So now I just made a folder for the ray tracing one, which I guess that works, right? Like even if you use different build systems, different languages, just still have it as a central repository.
Yeah, definitely. I'm wondering if we could, so if we want to start with the ray tracing, I wonder if we, open up the, like I could open up the book or like both of us could do that. And then honestly, I'm wondering if we'd use like Z and then we could both look at the code at the same time too. But one of us is really in charge of like coding it actually.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay.
Because you anyway want to all have the same code.
Right. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Wow.
Well, it's unfortunate.
Huh.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll just figure it out, maybe
Yeah.
restarting, but do it later.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
So you can try. No, okay, doesn't make sense. Well, I guess maybe we can figure out how do you make a simple Zig program and how do you build it? Because I remember the build system was also somehow interesting. We have Zig build system in the overview. Code examples, getting started. Yes, there's some more information in this getting started about the differences between the releases and the nightly build, where to put it. Oh yeah, that's what you showed before. And about the package manager. Running hello world. Oh.
Maybe we should just follow this. Like,
yeah.
So in ray tracing, we can make a directory called hello world.
Exactly. So I'm here. Zig init. Okay. I see. Running Zig build. Zig build.
And then do we have a binary now?
I think it's in Zig out.
Bin.
Yeah, okay. So the other thing is it. Okay, so oh, you should do Zig build run. I guess that's the output.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I was confused. It looked like an error or something with the Zig build test underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zig build test. Do we have tests?
No.
Yeah, I feel like it takes a little bit getting used to, because this is the minimal example, and I guess you could just do it yourself, and it would be more minimal, I guess. But the fact that you have a bunch of stuff actually. Output, okay, there's some cache. Well, anyway, I can take a look at them. Maybe first the build of Zig. Is probably is kind of like a more sophisticated package JSON.
Which one, the build Zig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a function for build? Wonder where the keywords come.
Yeah, I think so. My understanding of Zig, like, so build.zig is a Zig program itself.
Yeah.
So the whole build chain for Zig is also written in Zig, which I've heard is like a nice thing with the language. Is like it's all. I think the thing that's closer to package.json is this zon, build.zig.zon. It's the other file that's in this directory.
Oh, okay.
If you open up that one, I was just having a look. Because this looks like where you declare hello, like the name, the version, dependencies, and that kind of metadata. And then the build.zig seems like something that is more like akin to like CMake or like how you actually configure the linking of libraries and things. But I'm pretty naive to like how any of that stuff works.
Right. Okay, yeah, I see. Maybe this would be useful to have highlighted as a zig file. It is a zig file, or no?
It is. I'm trying to remember if I think if you in neovim,
W2F is zone.
if in neovim, if you
Must be something.
I think it's or TS, T lowercase, T capital S, capital I, or sorry, TS install and TS and I are all capital.
TS install.
Tree sitter install space, and I think you do zig. Sorry, you need to, so it's TS install space zig. Like you want to install the zig tree sitter stuff.
But I think I probably have it, but it's not registering on a .zon file. You can also switch to you, like just take over sharing the screen.
I'm curious why if I have.
You have it?
Oh, if you go to Mason, so Mason, yep, enter, and then if you find, so the / ZLS.
I see.
And I think if you hit, yeah, so this should, this is the language server for Zig. I wonder why I have syntax highlighted and stuff. I think sometimes you have to restart the
okay.
LSP restart.
That makes sense.
Or maybe even just close it. And you can also look and see if I have.
The zoom controls are always in the way.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like. But it could be like if I do LSP info, it's not detecting anything.
Oh, let me see what mine is.
I was also wondering how you can sort of overwrite this. The LSP selection.
Like to turn it off or on?
Yeah, just like manually say, I know that this is this file, I just want it for now for this instance to have it.
Right, yeah, I think I don't know how to do it. I think you have to do it in your configuration. Like I don't know of a command to just run for that.
Right.
But let me see if I do LSP. Yeah, see, it's my ZLS for whatever is attached to the. I'm in the zone file right now.
Interesting. Do you have any rules for it in the config?
No, I was just looking.
Nothing there.
ZLS maybe. If you go back to Mason, let's just make sure that you actually have it in Mason.
Language filter.
Interesting. You do capital U, I would just, those will update your other ones. And that's probably not what the issue is, though. I'm just curious.
But yeah, probably we don't have to debug this on my side.
Yeah, okay.
It's a curious thing. But I think I also had still issues setting up Dino server with the TypeScript one. Even though I just have everything from the recommended rules.
Right.
So maybe that's just a setup issue on my side. Are you trying to see it? Or are you just looking there?
Yeah, I was just looking. I think I'm actually getting a warning because the ZLS thing is, I get the same one as you. It just says ZLS. Oh, wait, now you have So it's not working for Zon, but like in this file.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But it's still interesting that for you it also worked in the Zon.
Right. And now if you do LSP info, do you get stuff in here? I'm guessing. Yeah.
It looks like it.
Huh. Well, I guess hopefully we're not going to be touching those files that much.
Yeah, well, and I can take a look after with you. But I guess, okay, so in that case, we can take a look at the actual source code.
Yeah.
So we have the source, and then you have root.zig and main.zig. I guess main is where you actually have the source code. So it looks like the entry point main function. And the other file, root.zig. Oh, interesting. Okay, so these are test files. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm curious. I wonder if I don't know what root.zig is. Maybe it's a place where you add like, it's a convention for just like adding.
But it does seem interesting because you have the test. Well, what actually happens if you what was I trying? Oh, that's problem.
I think we can probably just stick with the main file. The root seems like it might be for like if you want to expose like functions as a library or something like that. Yeah.
What I'm always wondering about this. I just added it to a commit that with the output files. And if I add a git ignore at this point, it's still gonna have those files.
Yes.
So you have to remove it.
Yeah, you want to do like git reset head 1. I think. Because have you committed?
I just made a commit, I didn't push, although it doesn't.
Yeah, but like but all the files got checked in.
Yeah.
So if you do git reset head, and then it's like a tilde or lowercase head, sorry.
Is it?
I think you can do either. One. This will bring you back one commit. So
okay, maybe I need to.
And then if you hit enter, now if you do git status. Yeah. Oh, sorry. So it hasn't.
No, it's fine.
Right. So now if you add in the git ignore. So touch git ignore, or I don't know what folder we're in. We probably want to add this to the root.
Yeah.
Or at least for ray tracing. Yeah.
Oh, go. No, I think it makes sense to have it.
I guess you can just do it in hello world, because git ignores our recursive.
Relative?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So
in here.
Yeah. Ignore. Yeah. And now it should be. But I would actually maybe move that into hello world.
Okay.
Because I don't think that it's saying any folder called git cat. It's like relative. So I would just put it in there. Not from your root. The forward slash at the beginning is, you just want to do hello world.
Oh, right.
Because it was an absolute path.
Right.
And now if you git add, we should be able to see.
You mean this?
Git add dot.
Git add.
Then we can see what actually gets done. And git status now. Okay.
That looks good.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that was the complicating factor of making a repo for all possible future projects.
Yeah, but it's fine. You can put in as many git ignores as you want in.
I see.
In different folders. Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, can we over here? We can do that makes sense. Nice. Edit. All right then. Well, Zik works.
Cool.
That's good.
So should we, in the last 20 minutes, try to read as PPM image format or something? Like we could actually maybe jump into it.
Yeah, we can try it. Oh, maybe one other thing. What do you think about the workflow? Like, now that I have a commit,
I can just slow it down.
Yeah, should we start directly doing like pull requests? I guess that can be a bit cumbersome.
I think it's, what I would do is like, I've been following along, but I'm not going to commit. And you can just commit right to main or push to main, and I can pull down what you have. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
I see.
Okay.
And then I'm also, maybe it's just overthinking it, but I'm wondering if you could just work in a branch, like each meeting in a way. And then you can sort of play around with it, maybe do some squashing.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah,
maybe it's too over.
Because we can do a PR per session.
Per session.
Yeah.
And if something doesn't get done, you end up in like a broken state, you can kind of pick it up.
Yeah. Also, then it's like in terms of the commit history on main, it will be like we can do one squash commit per
Yeah,
So then it'll say like week 1 or something like that, and
Right.
it'll be easier to see. So yeah, we could make a branch just called like week 1.
yeah. So then I guess we will get rid of the hello world. Or like do the same thing in the ray tracing.
Yeah.
Or would you?
Well, I think
would you
this will just evolve over time. Like I think trying to like
Yeah.
break into separate folders, I'd almost wonder if we like if we move hello world here. So now in ray tracing, it's just a zip project.
Yeah.
And then this is like and then we just remove hello world.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that. That's what I thought.
Yeah. And then I can actually, yeah. Let's see. Or maybe I'll make a branch. I can just do this first, and then we can branch.
Do this first. Yeah.
Okay, now you should. Can you add me on the GitHub repo as a collaborator?
Oh. What did I do? I just invited you
to the repo. Yeah, I think that in order for me to like be able to commit, you have to add people. Yeah. Let's see how long it takes.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm trying to push. I'm just trying to see if the.
Oh, you have to maybe accept.
Yeah. Okay. I might get a warning that I'm maliciously trying to push code or something. Cool. Okay. So now if you pull on your, just git pull and cool. Oh, maybe at the CD up a folder. Yeah, there you go. And now git pull.
Did something?
I think it's fine. I think it was because you're in a different folder before.
Wait a second, but you deleted hello world, but because I see, that's the kind of file-based behavior of Git.
Yes, so if you ls hello world,
there's not going to be anything.
Or it might have like the build stuff, but if you can just remove rf that folder. But yeah, Git has that weird behavior where it won't delete a folder.
Okay, so now we are on the same page.
Yeah.
Right, and then I'm actually, I'm gonna just write it down. So here we are, have the README. Kind of like what I would imagine we do, like each week. Kind of starting a meeting. You do a new branch. Or maybe each chapter goes into a. Now
I think we just go through we see how far we can get.
Yeah, maybe that's just overthinking it at this point.
Yeah. Like I think today reasonably we'll get to reading this image format, the PPM thing. Yeah.
Sure thing, but then we are making a branch.
Yep. I actually like using git switch.
Okay.
Switch C is for create. Yeah, so switch is like a new command, but it's nice. It's a little bit nicer than branch and checkout. So if you do git switch, if like you ever run into that thing where you have like unstaged changes, or like you realize you've made all these changes and then you want to.
I see.
So actually we could do this first. So let's
I'll
like
just edit the readme.
edit the readme and like, right. So we have some unstaged changes here. And normally what would happen is if you tried to make a branch from here, like you'd like get checkout branch or something like that. I think you'll get an error that says like you have unstaged changes, and what get switch will let you do. So if you do
Oh,
get,
you need to new B, right?
yeah, but let's do switch instead, because I think it's nice. So if you do get switch, C is for -C is for create, and then the name of the branch. So we could do week one. Yeah. This will switch you over. And now if you want to go back to main, you can just do get switch main and like, and that will bring back over. So switching back and forth between branches is like, I think a lot easier, and creating a branch is just get switch with a C flag. So I don't know, I've kind of like forgotten the checkout stuff. But
yeah, that makes sense. Now I just want to see if like if I do get checkout, is it B?
B, yeah.
Test B. Okay, this.
I guess that also worked.
Right.
There's something that was I can't remember quite, but now you can get switch to like main or any of the other branches. I just know that there are times where I've like, oh, I know what it is. If you've staged changes.
Yeah.
So if you do if you do get add right now, get add dot, and now you do get checkout B, like I don't know, foo or something like that. I think that this will yell at you. Oh my gosh.
Maybe I added it.
I thought it was stage changes. Okay, maybe I'm not.
But it's also a possibility to change, because I also remember getting errors for this.
Yeah.
But if you would make a commit already, then you've already made a commit on that branch.
On that branch. So that you can't.
I think this was the issue that I also used to have. Yeah. So get switch. Actually, funny thing, how do you delete a branch?
Get branch D. Capital D.
Does it have to be?
Capital D, I think is like hard. But get branch D and then the name. So if you just do like whatever.
I think I want to get into a habit of looking it up in the document. Okay, so maybe it's both. And then
whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Testing, I think was the other one. I think you
Test
called it like
B,
test
yeah.
B. So if you just write get get branch, yeah. So then that will show you what you have. Cool.
Cool.
So let's get on to, are we on main? Let's get on to week one. So get.
This works.
I think you could actually get switch from here over to week one.
I just wanted to get rid of the changes.
Yes, this will work.
And then
get restore if you just want to. Yeah.
Well, okay, now get switch.
Yeah,
that's nice. Well, in any case, so the book is written for C++, and I think like it's pretty nicely doable with Zig. There are all these kind of maybe classes that are not that necessary, because you can simulate it in Zig with these different types. I don't know what specifically is it called. If it's a struct or something.
Oh, like the dynamic types, yeah. Yeah.
But essentially, okay, output an image.
Seems like the hello world is giving us a good starter template for doing this. So go to the main. So yeah, let's just try to port this bit of code. Right. So
we have main, we have std.
And then we also have a writer. for standard out, which is what this std cout is like.
Radio. Okay, so this is a debug, but then you need to write it like this, stdout file. So you open it, use buffer writer, stdout. Interesting. Okay, and then you do drop it in try. That's an interesting pattern. But okay, so what if we have a file that we want to write into?
Well, so they're also writing to standard out in the.
Oh, so you mean you just pipe it?
Yeah, then you could pipe it into a file. So we can just literally reuse what we have here. I think we can I would actually just comment out line 5, because I know that I think in the next section of the tutorial it tells us to do something with the debug message. So keeping that around is probably good.
Yeah.
But let's just create a const like image width and image height around here.
Yeah. And the thing is, okay, so I have this open, I have this, and then there is a build system. I don't care about it as much. This is sort of in-depth overview. I just want to see some. Okay, so we have the var and the const keywords.
Right. I'm pretty sure const is like an immutable thing, and var is something that you could like reassign to. Also, one thing that we're seeing here is that Zig has type inference, right? So we don't have to actually annotate the types. We could if we wanted to say, okay, I want it to be an I32, but I think if you were to command K, we could see what it is.
Comp time
int. So I don't know what that is. Maybe it's like a
so I also haven't really read up on the comp time. I know that it's a feature that a lot of people love, but it does look like it's just specified the type is inferred at a compilation type, and I guess it's going to be a default integer, which I32 seems like the default it should go to.
Yeah, I'm thinking that it might also depend on your hardware. So maybe that's why it's comp time. Because for example, in Rust, there's like something called a U size, and that's like an integer or an I size, but it could be 64-bit or 32-bit depending on what you have. So yeah. All right, and then
instead of this, I'll just try to print directly the thing. P3. Okay. How do you
we do Zig format string maybe.
Formatting specific. Oh, okay, so there's this zig.guide. I wonder if that's good. Oh, I see. Yeah, I remember it was with this curly brackets. Although there was something else. I know there was this language reference. stdout. Okay, I see. Do you see it?
Yeah.
So
okay, so
you do, I guess, a string as a specifier for what you're making, for what you're writing. I'll just format it later better. And then you do dot this. and write out what you actually want.
So probably be image width.
And the thing is that you will probably have to cast it to string.
I wonder if that, I don't know if you will.
I see, okay, so it's smart.
It might be smart. Yeah, I mean, we could just try running this, right? Like, if you background the just control Z, and then we can run zig build run.
Zig build run.
Okay, so maybe we do it to cast it. Okay.
Input forms. What can we learn from the input form? I wonder if I can. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be some specifier of just like s string or wrapped in a string function call. The easy thing to do is like int to string. Parse in. Casting. Okay. I vaguely remember. Oh, we should probably wrap up.
Yeah.
Well, homework the next time, figure out how to cast.
Yeah, and I think the homework, like find the right reference manual.
Yeah,
like I think, a way that's easy to.
Yeah, I think in this one pager, like the documentation for all the like language doc, you have everything in there, but it's a little bit kind of difficult to parse.
Right.
And the zig.guide could be a good place. Standard library. Maybe it's gonna be in some like language strings. Do we have strings? Getting started. Oh, sorry. But well, that's also the thing why we are doing it, right? And I could look in the solution of how I did it.
Oh, maybe try this X.
What do I see?
Formatting for strings, X formatting for strings, as well as X and X for ints. So,
what?
Oh, maybe that's hexadecimal formatting. Or maybe this is std format.
That's one way. Yeah, as far as I remember, I think I just did something like S. So there's this zig at S. Zig type casting.
Okay, I actually got it to work.
Yeah.
But I think that I didn't put anything in these. I can maybe if I try that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, getting rid of the S helped.
So it just like figures it out.
I guess the default is yeah. So maybe the string.
Oh, I'm dumb. Actually, what if you put just like D or whatever for int? Because that makes sense, right? Like, why would you want to print? Okay, let's just try this. It still showed me an error. Oh, was it gone? Oh, okay, now it's gone.
I think it's just the zig build run.
Zig build run. Yeah.
All right.
And then like I have to learn, I have to like internalize the foreground, background.
Ah,
foreground,
yeah, yeah.
right? What if I just put now D? I just wonder. Oh. This would also work.
Ah,
Because you
okay.
specify what type of data you are feeding it.
Hmm.
Because then all the things would be string.
Right, okay, I see.
Yeah. Cool. Well,
And I think that it from what I could see from this reference as well, you can, if you had like an integer, this can actually dictate how you want to print that. So this will change it to being hex, like rather than,
yeah.
yeah. Formats a byte into an ASCII character. Ah, okay, so yeah, if this is nice too. Like for instance, if you had like the ASCII number, it's an int. So if you just put it as a D, then it would just print the number, but with a C, you'll actually get the character, the ASCII character.
Okay, so this is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right then. Well, I'll make a commit at least for the small thing that we did, and we can regroup and see how we continue next week or in 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, cool.
All right then. Closing.